Breaking free from the poverty mindset, how to think and act like the wealthy. The stark contrast between the thinking patterns of the rich and the poor is a crucial determinant of financial success. This insightful discussion delves into the core principles that separate those who accumulate wealth from those who struggle financially, highlighting the importance of understanding the nature of money, assets, and debt in today's economic landscape. The illusion of value, cheap versus valuable. The speaker uses a powerful analogy to illustrate the difference in mindset: a gold Rolex Daytona watch versus a cheaper alternative. While a poor person might see the expensive watch as a frivolous waste of money, the rich understand its underlying value as an asset that appreciates over time, particularly in an inflationary environment. This highlights a fundamental difference. The poor often prioritize immediate gratification and perceived bargains, while the rich focus on long-term value and asset appreciation. Understanding Gresham's law and the nature of real money. The concept of Gresham's law, bad money drives out good, is introduced to explain why the wealthy often invest in tangible assets like gold and silver. The speaker showcases a 1964 Kennedy half dollar made of real silver and contrasts it with modern fiat currency. He explains that historically, when governments debase their currency, bad money, through excessive printing, people tend to hoard precious metals, good money, as a store of value. This is because real assets like gold and silver retain their purchasing power, even as fiat currencies lose value due to inflation. It is not so much that the value of gold goes up as the value of paper money falls. The impact of inflation and the widening wealth gap. The speaker emphasizes the detrimental effects of inflation, particularly on the poor and middle class. When governments print money, the price of assets like real estate and commodities like oil tends to rise. This benefits the wealthy who own these assets, while simultaneously increasing the cost of living for everyone else. The prices of essential goods like food and gasoline rise, squeezing the budgets of those who are already struggling. Inflation essentially transfers wealth from savers to borrowers and from the poor and middle class to the wealthy. Debt, a tool for the rich, a trap for the poor. The discussion then turns to the use of debt. The wealthy understand how to leverage debt strategically to acquire assets that appreciate in value. For example, using borrowed money at a low interest rate to purchase real estate can be a highly profitable strategy, as the property value increases over time, while the debt denominated in a depreciating currency effectively decreases in real terms. The poor, on the other hand, often fall into the trap of using debt to finance consumption, accumulating liabilities that drain their financial resources. The importance of financial education in shifting your mindset. The speaker criticizes the lack of financial education in traditional schooling, arguing that it perpetuates the cycle of poverty. He emphasizes the importance of understanding basic economic principles, such as the impact of inflation and the difference between assets and liabilities. The key takeaway is that to escape the poverty mindset, one must actively seek financial knowledge and adopt the thinking patterns of the wealthy. This means focusing on acquiring assets, understanding the power of leverage, and recognizing the long-term consequences of financial decisions. Practical steps to cultivate a wealth mindset. Educate yourself. Learn about personal finance, investing, and economics. Read books, attend seminars, and seek out mentors who can guide you on your financial journey. Focus on assets. Prioritize acquiring assets that appreciate in value, such as real estate, precious metals, or investments in profitable businesses. Understand debt. Learn how to use debt strategically to build wealth, rather than letting it become a burden. Think long-term. Make financial decisions based on long-term value rather than immediate gratification. Challenge conventional wisdom. Don't blindly accept the financial advice of those who are not wealthy themselves. Question the status quo and seek out alternative perspectives. Breaking the cycle of poverty. The message is clear. To get rich, you must stop thinking like a poor person. This involves a fundamental shift in mindset, from focusing on cheapness to understanding value, from consuming liabilities to acquiring assets, and from fearing debt to leveraging it strategically. By embracing the principles outlined in this discussion and actively seeking financial knowledge, individuals can break free from the cycle of poverty and build a more secure and prosperous future. It's not just about accumulating wealth. It's about creating a life of financial freedom and independence, where your money works for you rather than the other way around. This journey requires discipline, education, and a willingness to challenge conventional wisdom, but the rewards are well worth the effort.